So in this video, I'm going to be discussing spoilers for Chainsaw Man episode 8, which is scheduled to release on November 29th. This episode will cover chapters 22 and beyond of the Chainsaw Man manga, with the most recent episode covering chapters 18 to 21. Credit to the Chainsaw Man wiki page for most of the information that will be provided in this video. At the end of the most recent episode, the group all left the restaurant and Makima had asked where Denji was, and Fushi stated that he left with Himeno on her back. Moments later, in another location, Denji woke up in a bed and had asked for water. Himeno, who was still drunk, appeared and kissed Denji again, revealing that they were in her apartment. She complained to him, asking what he and Aki saw in Makima. As she laid down next to Denji, she leaned in and asked whether he wanted to make love with her. That's where the episode ended, and now I'll be going over the spoilers for the next episode, which is Chainsaw Man episode 8. After Himeno asks Denji if he wanted to do it with her, he says yes, and she starts undressing him. As she begins to take off his pants, however, she finds a lollipop in his pocket. A flashback to the restaurant is then shown, and it shows Denji in a fugue state after the vomit kiss. Makima takes him outside and buys him various medicines to help with his sickly feeling. Upset, Denji comments on how poor his first kiss was, expressing a worry that all future kisses will remind him of vomit. Makima, sucking on a cola lollipop, offers it to him, telling him it will be his first indirect kiss and to remember its flavor instead. Back in the present, Himeno has passed out, with Denji having refused to sleep with her. Denji apologizes to Pokita for not sleeping with Himeno, stating he wants to lose his virginity to Makima. Himeno wakes up in the morning and cheerily offers him breakfast. Eating on a balcony, Himeno tells him she doesn't remember the previous night and asks if she forced herself on him. Denji informs her he refused as he's saving himself for Makima, and she expresses her relief. She asks whether Denji is serious about liking Makima despite her poor personality. Denji reaffirms this, and Himeno happily offers to help get the two together. The two agree upon a top secret alliance whereby she aids him in return for him helping her get with Aki. Happy, Himeno tells Denji that they are now friends rather than co-workers and invites him, Aki, and Power to visit anytime. Meanwhile, Makima and another devil hunter sit on a train to Kyoto. As she thinks of the night before, a group of passengers around them suddenly pull out guns and shoot them both dead. One of the assassins speaks, repeating, "This is C-Team, commence operation." In a ramen shop, Denji, Himeno, Aki, and Power all eat. Meanwhile, various 4th Division agents from the previous night's drinking attend to their duties in various locations throughout the city. As they do, all the civilians around them pull out guns and gunshots are heard ringing out. The group overhear the gunshots but assume they're just drum beats. A stranger on the next table speaks up, insulting the quality of the ramen. Denji and Power are both offended. The man comments on the pair's unrefined palates, remarking that those who don't eat much in youth gain a poor sense of taste. Sensing something wrong, Aki asks to leave. The man continues, discussing his beloved grandfather who would often spoil him. He then reveals his grandfather to be the old man who was possessed by the zombie devil. He accuses Denji of the old man's death before stating, "The gun devil wants your heart." He pulls out a gun and shoots Denji in the head before shooting Himeno in the chest and Aki in the arm. Before he can continue, Power punches him, knocking the gun out of his hand. Aki summons the fox devil to devour the man. Aki looks worriedly at Denji's unmoving body as well as Himeno's critically injured state. The fox devil informs him that the man was neither human nor devil before it is torn apart from the inside. The man re-emerges, revealing himself to be a human-devil hybrid fused with the Katana devil. Aki orders Power to stop Himeno's bleeding as he pulls out his sword. Aki unleashes his sword, and Power is surprised to see it resembles a nail rather than a blade. Katana Man swings at him, but Aki dodges before readying his blade. As he shouts fire, a devil is shown flicking the nail's point into the Katana Man. A disembodied mouth is then seen, sounding out the number 3. Katana Man hesitates before swinging again. Aki once again dodges, shouting fire once more and pierces the Katana Man. Again, the disembodied voice speaks saying the number 2. Aki makes a final lunge, piercing the Katana Man's belly, as the voice then states the number 1. Katana Man knocks Aki back, showing confusion over Aki's pain. Aki calls out the devil to finish him, revealing it to be the cursed devil. As the devil states 0, a massive disembodied hand is shown to grab Katana Man. He briefly expresses shock before being torn limb from limb by the giant skeletal devil. He falls to the floor unconscious and bleeding profusely. Aki calls out to Power, who recommends getting Himeno to a doctor. Aki is shocked by the use of a gun and the man's ominous statement regarding the gun devil. Suddenly, a young woman appears, commenting on the cursed devil's power. As Aki asks whether she is working with Katana Man, she steps forward and picks him back up. The girl, whose name is Akane Sawatari, asks Katana Man why he lost, to which he ashamedly responds he let his guard down. She orders him to kill the group quickly, leading Katana Man to lunge forward at Aki. Before Aki can respond, his chest is slashed open by the katanas. Aki, heavily injured by the attack, falls to the floor. Sawatari comments on how the wounds are likely non-fatal due to Devil Hunter suits being reinforced, but orders Katana Man to finish him. Himeno tells Power to forget her and help Aki, however Power refuses, believing herself to be far outmatched. Himeno attempts to summon the Ghost Devil, but it refuses out of fear of Sawatari. As a last resort to save Aki, Himeno offers her everything to the Ghost Devil. The devil's grimace quickly turns to a smile as its true giant form is revealed. The Ghost Devil attacks Katana Man. With each attack, Himeno loses more of her body. As she does, she thinks about Aki and remarks on how unusual it is that he was still able to cry, as most devil hunters grow emotionally stunted over time. As Aki looks at her, she tells him not to die, as she wants someone to be able to cry over her death. Sawatari summons the Snake Devil, ordering it to devour the Ghost Devil. It does, leaving nothing left of Himeno aside from her clothes. Sawatari and Katana Man turn to Denji, stating that their goal is to take his heart. As they do, however, the Ghost Devil's dying hand is shown floating towards his body. It pulls the cord on his chest, reawakening and transforming him. Though he is confused by the current situation, he instantly recognizes Katana Man and Sawatari as enemies, excitedly charging at them, stating he loves bad guys, as no one cares how brutally he kills them. So those are the spoilers for Chainsaw Man episode 8, and as you guys can tell, this episode is about to be crazy when it's released. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.